Girl thought she gone, I'ma call that girl still. Then she gave me top and I ain't call it girl still. But
I'm gonna try to make this story time as short and simple as possible. I was staying with my ex's family for a year, and within that year I seen very fast that her mom was an alcoholic. I'm talking about buying bottles every day, and she was a person that was misery. She was miserable, and misery loves company. So I was seeing physical abuse, and the worst physical abuse I seen was 2 grown-ass people whoop a 12 and 13-year-old ass for over 3 minutes. Like, it was going on 5 minutes, and I told my ex, like, hey, you need to go out and say something. Like, this is the fucking problem. Adults aren't saying anything. Like, go stop them from abusing him. So that was the first time. Another time, my ex had seen signs of her niece being SA'd, and so she told the adults in the household. When she told the adults in the household, all they did was question her niece and her nephew. So they questioned the little girl and the little boy about their older brother, who is 12 or 13. And it turned out to be true, and they physically abused him. But what happened was they swept everything under the rug and still had them playing in the living room together while they were in their rooms. So they still weren't supervising these children, even after it came out they're being touched on by their older brother. My ex was the one that would go and tell him to go in his room. She was literally confining him to his room. So his 2 younger siblings that were like 4 and 8. I hope I got those ages right. She wanted them to be in the living room alone. So if she was in the living room with them, she would always check, and it got to the point where I was even checking because it was triggering for me. Being in that household was literally triggering, and I would tell her all the time I didn't want to stay there any longer and that I wanted us to get our shit together faster. It didn't happen that way. So it got to the point where it was another day of her arguing us down because not only was she an alcoholic, but she was homophobic. And like I said, misery loves company. So she would find anything to nitpick at and argue about. So she's in there arguing with us. And I'm sitting here in my head like, there's bigger fish to fry. Like, there's a bigger elephant in the room. Like, what the fuck are we doing? Every time the mom would get riled up, her son would get riled up too. Like, he didn't know what the argument was about, but he would come in and he would add fuel to the fire. So he's coming out and he's arguing with us too. So now me and my ex were in the kitchen. We have her mom and her older brother who's 30. So they're in their 30s, 40s, and we're in our early 20s, and they're yelling at us. So I'm like, hey, like, protect your children. Once I said protect your children, all hell had broke loose. Like, I'm talking about hell. Like, they were upset. The one whose kids it is, the older brother, her son, was like, what are you talking about? You're talking about, and I'm not gonna name drop the little boy's name. I'm not gonna name drop this. So I'm like, yeah, like, y'all sweep shit under the rug. Like, the kids are being abused here. They're treated like slaves. Like, you got one child washing all these grown ass people dishes. When I said that, I kid you not, I got so over the shit. I told my ex, don't say anything else. I put on a 30-minute timer. And I didn't say shit. I continued to cook because this is what's going on. Where I'm literally in the middle of cooking when she started the argument. Oh my God. And before this event, what I'm missing, let me add in. Her mom would walk into the kitchen and whip her hair to hit me. Her mom would bump into me. So this was before the fact. So it was already tension building up. There was already tension building up when I first was making it obvious I wasn't cool with the abuse. But the night when I said protect your children and I went silent for 30 minutes and we were done cooking, we tried to go back in our room. I had a dog sit, so I went to walk the dog, and they were still arguing to a brick wall. So they're blocking her from closing the door. When I come back, they allow me some space to get back in the room. And again, her mom's foot is in the door and her brother is tugging at the knob. They are not letting my ex close the room door. And her mom is screaming, you're going to believe this bitch over us? You're going to protect this bitch? She was just calling me bitches, and I forgot what else was being said. But I'm like 5-6 feet away from the door, right? So my ex lets go of the door, and it literally hits her mom so hard she got a knot on her head. And this is also the garage door we're speaking of, because we made a studio out of it. So you got to think of how hard that door was. I called the police because I'm like, dang, I don't know if she has a concussion. And when I called the police, they come, they get all of our reports. They're drunk and belligerent, so of course they're going on and on about nonsense, talking about shit that wasn't even the same day, that wasn't the reason for the argument or anything. So we tell them, I'm like, hey, she's an alcoholic, she's this, she's that. This is what happened. She literally, y'all, this is how I ended up in jail. She said I was the one that hit her with the door. She said I was the one. So even though my ex was yelling that she was the one that hit her mother with the door, even that her older brother that wasn't even on our side was saying, no, Officer Zipporah didn't hit her with the door. Even though there was 2 key witnesses there that said it wasn't me, because she signed and said it was me, they had to take someone into custody because it's assault and battery, or however the fuck you said it. Like, when it's assault, they have to take someone into custody, and I was taken in. I was in the fucking holding cell for 12 hours. They didn't make me change or do the Ben cough, but I did have a mugshot. And when I got in there, I was very calm. I tapped in and I spoke to my ancestors because I knew, like, oh yeah. At that exact moment, I really wanted to sue. And this is the crazy part is, I told my ex I wanted to sue. She wasn't supportive of it. She actually defended her mom. And said that her mom could have been seen to blurred to vision. That her mom possibly didn't see that it was her by the door. Like, bitch, please. She was staring right at you, talking to you. Like, what the fuck? All of a sudden, bitches can't tell a brown skin from a light skin. Like, come on now. But yeah, that's.
Damn, not you got locked up for. Would y'all break up with y'all spouse because of that? I think you got to, right? Like, damn, you got me locked up. Your mama got me locked up, and you taking up for your mama, talking about she could have been seeing double. Like, nah. Now I do understand people getting hit hard, but damn, not that hard. Her mama just mad because what she should do is reporting a sexual assault. That's what she should be doing. If she wants some get back, that's what you should be doing, because there's too much craziness going on in this household. There's too much dysfunction. So if she really wanted to get back to protect those kids, I think she should say something about what's going on in the household. Like, oh, you want to get me locked up for no reason? I mean, the kids probably gonna get tucking, but I mean, it ain't looking like they doing too good in that household either. So I don't know. But if she really wanted to get back, I think she should, she should call the people on them folks, for sure. Because it's just a whole bunch of dysfunction, and that's not cool. Them kids gonna grow up and they not gonna be right in the head. You know what I'm saying? It's all type of problems you come up. You know, hopefully they is. So hopefully they do end up okay. But I'm just saying, like, people be going through stuff and they don't be right. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully they can get that situated. But damn. Ex-mom got you in jail. I wonder if that's why they broke up. Cause like, you sent me to jail over some shit like that, and you the one who really hit your. Well, she said she was trying to take up for her. She said they was trying to take up for her, but the police still took her to jail. But don't try to switch it like your mama didn't know what she was doing. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I think. If she really wants some get back, man, them kids gotta be somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes that don't even be right for the kids. They end up somewhere worse, God forbid. So I don't know. This is a tough one. Y'all drop a comment in the comments below and y'all let me know what y'all think, man. This is a hard one, but if you want some get back, shit, I'm snitching. You know what I'm talking about? Appreciate y'all for tuning in and rocking with me, though. Man, I love y'all. It's your boy Ray, Big Play Ray. Make sure y'all like the video. I appreciate y'all for all y'all love and y'all support. Follow my big YouTube channel, We Hustle Daily. And subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so already. If you ain't subscribed to this channel, I don't know what you doing. I'm releasing 3 videos a day. It's your boy Big Play Ray. My phone going off. Peace.